Hi, it's Tina with Rehatch Designs here, and I'm here kind of just doing a continuation of working on my nature journal, and I thought I would just turn on the camera and let you guys kind of hang out and watch. Nothing exceptionally new or exciting, but I thought I would just let you guys see the process. We had talked about, filling the journal and what process I go through. And this time on this journal, I went ahead and sewed in the signatures. And I haven't really done that much to it. I think on our other video, I put in some pockets. That was, I think, pretty much it. I showed kind of where I might put some tags, things like that. I usually don't add all the tags and things in until the end, but I just kind of wanted to show that, where you could put them and get all our tags that we put in and that type of thing. I went back in and took them out because I want to do things to the journal before I make my final decisions where I want to put everything. And like I said, a lot of people will do the pages separately and then sew them in the journal. And there's a lot of benefits to doing it that way, but I didn't do it that way, so it does make it a little bit harder to do some other things, but they're not impossible. I am going to do a little bit of stamping and stenciling in the journal and kind of just doing a few things with a few pages. Nothing super exciting, but I thought you might want to hang out and kind of craft with me. I did do one thing to the journal that I didn't do on camera. This was our snippet roll that we had made together, that kind of grungy, shabby snippet roll, and I added it to the end because it kind of needed something on the end, and also it serves a purpose. I don't know if y'all remember when I had said that when I made this cover, it turned out about an inch, a half inch here and a half inch on this side, a little bit shorter than what I had wanted it. And what that will do is later on is that when I fill this up, what's going to happen is this is going to come back in, since it's kind of a flexible spine, and it's going to pull those pages up closer to the end. So this will cover the pages and make sure that they're not sticking out. And I might add, and I'm not positive yet, some more of the little snippets throughout on a few of the pages just to, go through. I haven't decided yet, so I'm kind of just in the middle of doing this. I probably won't decide till the very end. I just kind of keep that open. But I did decide to put that here, and I have something in mind. I'm going to put something over here. Not a lot, but you'll see in a little bit. But anyway, I really, really like how that looks. And I may not do anything else, but I just, I thought I liked how that looked. It gave it a little bit more interest. And you could definitely still see the leather look on it. It just seemed a little bit more finished. So anyway, I went through and I added pockets where I wanted pockets and things like that. I'm still going to be adding some other things as I go. But right now, I was looking at kind of the blank pages, and I'm going through and deciding what I want to add. This page, I love the coffee dyeing on it, so I decided I was just going to leave it. I just thought that's just really cool. I think that's decorative enough, and it would take away from it. But like this page is one of the ledger paper pages, and I like the page and everything, don't get me wrong, but I think maybe I might add something to that. And I did this dragonfly stamp on this page, and then on the other page it shows through a little bit, and that's okay, that doesn't bother me. But I also did some lines over here On this page I did a little rose stamp, and on the other page I did this stencil. Now I don't particularly like how that rose stamp looked on that side, so I decided I may not do that on these thinner papers. This paper, it didn't really show bad. It didn't show all that bad through the other end, and I'm using this archival ink, this watering can. I don't use black very often just because it tends to be too I don't know, too stark or something. But anyway, I like how that looks on there, and I don't mind that you can see through the other end. I think that's fine. I think it looks good. Anyway, I'm going through page by page and deciding what I want to put. And this, I want to do something to this side of this, and I had inked it up and kind of overdid it, but I haven't really decided what yet, so I'm going to probably come back to that. I do want to add something to this, but I'm not sure what. I don't know if I want to stamp on it, or I just don't know. I don't know. So I kind of left it. And then I did add like the dragonfly stamp, and then I put the lines here. And I do that with my piece of corrugated cardboard. And this is a pretty thick piece. And I know it doesn't go all the way across, and that's okay with me. I don't really want it to. That has the effect that I want. I don't want it to be perfect. And on this one I did some stenciling. I don't know if I'm going to put anything on this one yet. I haven't decided. So I did put a stamp on this paper on this side. Of course you can see it a little bit through on the other side, but that's okay. I did a little bit of stenciling in the corners on this, and I'm good with that. On the other side I did some lines. I've kind of reached this one, this pocket right here, and I want to do something with that. So I'm thinking, let's see, I have my papers up here, I think. Oh, I've got a big basket full of them. And I've got, papers in here that I'm working with. And let's see, I might do that. I don't know. Not really sure 100% what I'm going to do. Anyway, I pulled out a few papers that I might use, and then I might use part of the papers that come with. Look at those. Oops. Let me go ahead and see if I can get something that I think I'm going to like. So, alright, let's see here. What I think I want to do over here, and I know I'm hopping from thing to thing, but this is kind of how I do it. I just go from page to page. If I can't decide, I skip it, and then I go to the next one. I want to do like a vellum type pocket that goes across here. Or maybe that way, but I don't know. I think kind of like that. I may have it going both ways. I don't know yet. So what I think I might do, I'm not sure if I want clear vellum or I want, we'll see. Let's see. I've got some yellow underneath here. A lighter kind of it's really more of a gold. Iridescent. I don't know if I like that. And then this one's kind of cool. So what if I did that, right? I'm going to try this and see how it looks. If I don't like it, I don't have to use it. Get my tear ruler out. I think what I'm going to do, first of all, I got to kind of size it up here. So let's see. I don't think I want it that high. I think I want it really about down here. Do I want it to go straight across? I don't know. Let me try that and then see. Let's see. I may do it like that. See if I do it that way if I waste less of it. I might do that. So that would go from here to here. Okay. All right, let's see how it turns out if I do it like this. All right, let's see here if I can get this to... I had it from here to here. Yeah, I guess that'll be good right there. Okay, so then I have to kind of mark. I may cut it out a little bit bigger to begin with. Anyway, so that's going to go there. And then that's going to get cut about right there. So get that out of the way. Use my other scissor. Where did they go? Yeah, I can cut straighter with a longer scissor. I finally figured that out. I do better with a longer. Oops, I just cut crooked. Alright, so oh, it was going the other way. Well, I could do it that way, couldn't I? I kind of wanted it that way, but I think I'm going to have to cut this little end off a little bit. Let's see how that works. Yeah, it's not on there exactly, but I could get it to where it would be pretty good. And then trim that off a little bit. I think I'm going to glue it on and then trim it, because if I keep trimming it wrong, it's just not gonna... I'll do a little bit, but not much. Here we go. Let's try that. Yeah, that's a little better. Maybe like this a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on there, and I don't know. I'm thinking I might do... Oh, I don't know. I just don't like covering a lot of this up. I really love it, but I don't want to just leave it with nothing else on there. Let me ink this up a little bit. So I hope everybody is having a good day and got a little bit of time in their craft room. I got a little bit of stuff done around the house, and then I got a phone call from my youngest son in Colorado, and he has been furloughed from his job. Hopefully he'll be back, I would think, in July. It looks like could be August. Hopefully. I mean, that's the last thing he's heard. They haven't said they aren't going to be back, but so he was wanting to come visit before they went back, and you know, wanted to know if that was okay, and you know, with all the COVID stuff like that. And I said, you know, I'm at a point now where I realize I can't not see my children forever, so you know, I said, go ahead and come. But now that, and then he tells me he's bringing a girlfriend, which I have never met this person, so, and I don't know any of you that have boys or young men out there. They don't do that often, so I kind of feel like, well, all right, now I've got to get the house kind of, I mean, if it was just him, I don't really care. We are who we are. I'm not going to fool him. But so now I feel like I got to get the whole house kind of fixed up and, well, you know, cleaned up, fixed up, and the guest room and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know. So, so I told my husband, I said, oh God, that just adds so many layers of things that I have to do. But that's okay. I'm excited that he's coming and excited to see this person that he's been hanging out with. So anyway, so that is going to put a dent in my crafting time, that's for sure. I mean, it's nothing major. I don't know. I mean, my husband thinks I'm silly because I want to do like, I've been wanting to do this anyway. I'm not doing it just for this reason, but I need touch-up paint going on in my house and, you know, stuff like that on downstairs. And see, so later we can put like a little tag in here, or a couple of them even, you know. And then, look at that. Isn't that pretty? That'll be really nice. And on this side, we had tags I put in, so, and I inked those up. And like I said, I don't make a final decision necessarily. I want to ink that more since it's so crooked. I could have done a lot better job cutting that, or putting it on there even. You know what I just got in? Let me get it, see if I can find it. What did I do with it? I just got my walnut stain. I had a little small one of this, and I really like it because it's just a little bit darker. I'm going to try that and see how it looks on there. Oh yeah, I like that. Since this journal's a little bit kind of grungier, I think the walnut stain looks good on it in a lot of places. I did ink things with Vintage Photo a lot, but I can't, like on the ends and stuff, but a lot of times I'll do both. I'll just add both, but yeah, I like that because there's sometimes when you just need a little bit of a darker color, and it is a little bit darker. So if you guys ever, if you haven't gotten any, that's just one of my favorites. I couldn't get it before. I was trying, I mean, online when this whole lockdown went on. It's like it was like back ordered or something. So anyway, yeah, I like that. I think that turned out good. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I'm gonna wait on that. I am gonna do something with these, but I'm not gonna. I'm actually gonna decorate these. Which this is where I'm saying, don't do as I do. It is easier to honestly a lot of times to take your journal and, you know, not sew it in and decorate all the pages. It really is. Because there's a lot of pluses. But sometimes in my mind, I have a hard time conceptualizing what I'm going to do until it's all together. And I have had no issues doing it this way. So, you know, and it has, I don't know why. For some reason, I had planned on doing it this way. And I was like, no, I want to sew the journal. I just wanted to see it all together, I guess. So anyway, I was having a hard time deciding where I was going to put the pages, what pages I was going to put in. I really struggle with that. That is my big issue. I don't, you know, y'all let me know if that's your thing, because I mean, I can make ephemera like nobody's business. I can sit here and come up with idea after idea and boom, 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 just knock it out. But I have the hardest time sometimes putting my pages together, and digitals help me a lot, but I tend to, when I use digitals, it tends up matching too much, and I get very, I don't know, I like it a little bit more eclectic and a little bit more, and the thing is that I've learned, and I learned this the hard way, when you use the scrapbook paper and the book pages, you can't put a lot of it in there because, like I told you, it gets too bulky. And even me, I had put in a ton of the tags that we had made just to kind of see how it would look. Like I say, I never leave it where I first put it. It always changes. But this thing was like, it was like that. And it's still going to be big. It's still going to end up being like this. But, you can't do that either. So, when I do it this way, it tends to it tends to force me to come up with a lot of different ideas and concepts and make it a little bit more eclectic, and that's kind of how I like my journals to look. I want them to be coordinated but not match too much. But I will tell you, it is easier to do things and not have it sewn in, because you can add things and do things and not have issues. But you can do it when it's in. You really can. It's just a little harder. But I was just having like just a block. I don't know what it was. Really was having a tough time with it. I don't know. I think it's because I haven't done a big journal in a while. I've done a lot of smaller ones, but I haven't done a bigger one. And it was really bothering me. Excuse me, I gotta have some water. It is getting hot here in the DFW area already, and it's going to be a scorcher next week, I think. So, okay, so I want to do something here. I don't know. I'm thinking about, I think what I want to do is I want to make like a little booklet type thing up here. So, let me see. Oh, I thought I had everything right at my fingertips, but I guess I don't. Yay, here's my paper I was going to use. I do such a bad job sometimes of getting my act together and getting everything where I need it. Where did it go? All right. Okay, so I was going to use a little bit of this paper and a little bit of that. I don't know. I can't 100% make up my mind. I just can't. All right, we'll wait. I'll come back to that. We'll do these pages, and then I have an idea of what I want to do with that, but I don't know. I'm not 100%. I'm just not. I better put these papers up because I'm going to forget to do that. It's going to make a big hot mess over here. But I have a bunch of little papers out because I really do like to do different. Well, wait. Okay, so this page here. See, this is plain enough where I really feel like I have to do something. So I'm probably going to stencil this, and I have used these stencils so much. I probably need to get some more. What stencil do I want to do? I love this stencil. I love them all, really. But I also have some other ones here that are, let me move this over here, that are bigger that I might use. I like this one. This is kind of a just a little vine one. I think I might use that because I kind of want to do the whole page. So this is where if you had your pages apart, it would be flat and you would use it, you know, and then if you're having a problem, you can put something hard underneath it. But the way that I stencil is I don't really want a perfect stencil on there. So I'm going to just use Distress ink. And then these things work amazing. This is, if you're going to do any of this kind of stuff, I would really recommend you get some of these. And you can buy these at the dollar store for $1. And if you only have one for one reason, or actually there's two you need. You want to get the really, really small one and then this size. This size is great for this, and this is great for going in on the edges and adding a little bit of like Distress ink and you know, and stuff, places that you want to go. So anyway, I'm going to put a little bit of Distress ink on here. And the way I'll do it, I'll either start from the top or the bottom. And I just kind of, and I don't want it perfect. I'm not trying to get it perfect. And you would be surprised how much comes off of here. So, and I'll just kind of do the whole page. And it is moving a little, I can tell, but I try not to get it to move too much. And it's not going to turn out perfect, but it will have an image. And I'll go and just do that. And I have my little book here that I will take some of the ink off before I go down with it. But I've already got blotches on there, I can tell, but that's okay. I don't care. I don't really care. And I'm just going to go all the way down, probably to the bottom, and just kind of work my way around. And then I'm going to pull it off and see, look how cool that looks, even though I didn't do it all that perfect. So, and so you can still write on there, and I think it just gives a really cool look. I don't, you know, and it's light enough that you can honestly, you know, see through there. And so you've got a plain paper and you've decorated it. Now this one, I probably should have done it on this one because it's kind of have a weird look to it, but I could do both sides. I could do both. Let me see. I don't know if I really want to stamp it. I may just want to stencil it. But see, because it has that line there, which I'm not crazy about. So maybe I'll do that. Let's see. I might just do both. And on this, should I do a different one? All right, I'll do a different one. Okay, we'll do, I have this big one right here. And this has been really beat up. Trust me, I've used this a lot. I need to buy some more, but I just haven't, so. But that's okay. For this purpose, it really doesn't matter if it's perfect. It just kind of, actually the imperfection is what I think makes it look better. And like I said, I put quite a bit of ink on there, and then I take a little off. And then I usually start from one corner just to make sure I hit it, you know. And I may do this one a little bit lighter. There's something underneath there, so. And I mean, to me, this is a great way of taking your blank pages and adding something to them, and then it's not bulky, or. And I really am having to watch that on this if I want to add some of those tags. Because, boy, when I filled this thing up, it was chunky. So I'm trying to keep that in mind to keep, you know, not make it too bulky. Anyway, it is starting to get extremely hot. So I'm not looking forward to that. Okay, see, so that turned out, and I did a little bit lighter. But that's kind of a cool look. I really want a little bit more right here. There's just a little bit there. Maybe I can get some more on. And you can go back with this and just kind of add, because it tends to look kind of cool. It works. You do that a little bit more because I'm trying to disguise that whole little section there a little bit. So let me see how that looks. Okay, that looks a little better. I like that. Okay, so that's that side. That's that side. I think both turned out pretty good. I have been inking these just because I just didn't like in the corner or whatever. Because see, this is a copy of a vintage. I think it's a receipt. I think it was a receipt. So all I do when I'm inking and stuff, if I don't have a flat enough surface or stamping, I will take a block or something. I have a stamp block, and I'll put it under there so it's, you know, a hard surface. I don't have a lot of problems doing that. Or I'll use something like this, a piece of cardboard, or, you know, something, just to give it a little bit of, you know, a flatter surface, something to press down on. This has a little give in it, so I kind of like that. But let me see. I have a bunch of stamps out, so get that piece of lace later. Let me see. I had some ideas of what I wanted to do, but I wasn't 100% sure. I just want a little something over here, maybe up here. I haven't, let's see, what haven't I done yet? I might just do just a little, let me see. Just a little something right here, I think. Just in the corner. I think that will do it for me. Here's my smaller stamp block. I've been doing a few stamps and I haven't really ever... now I've been using this archival ink water can. I love it because it's kind of a gray color. I don't particularly care for the black. I think it's like too much. I'm wondering though, I was thinking about trying the walnut stain and see how that... Let me try that. Let's try it. I've never used this stamp, so I'm going to stamp down on it and see how it looks. See how that looks a little bit. Oh yeah, I think that's cool. It's kind of a brown, you know, it's just basically a dark brown. And I have another brown down there. I should go get that out and see how it looks. So let's kind of see if we do this in the corner. Let me turn that a little bit so I can get that angle better. And you're supposed to leave it down for 5 seconds and not move it. And I think I did just move it, but oh yeah, that turned out good, except I made a big mark right there. Yeah, that was ink that was on the edge of the block. So I think what I'm going to do with that then is I am going to take, which one of these? I'm going to take this with my vintage photo to kind of disguise it a little bit. Not that it looks that bad, but let's try that. I know this is upside down, but I'm going to just kind of... Okay, and then I'm going to take maybe a little bit more. Go a little bit more over here, this way. Not going to go all the way across, just up and down a little. And maybe just a little bit down here. Okay, so you really can't see it as much, and you can fix it. So there we go. That is done. I like it. I'm not going to do anything to the other side. I think that's fine. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with these yet. I really haven't. I may go back in and stencil these, but I really don't want to do brown on there. I think I'm probably going to end up stamping those, but I haven't 100% decided, so I'm just going to leave it. So anyway, then I'm going to take this page, and this is another, this is just a ledger page, so I may not do anything with that. I may just leave that. Okay, so let's see, we did this on both sides. We did that. We got that. That did not do anything there. Oh. I think I'm going to wait on that because I I think on this one, I am going to do my lines because that's kind of what I want. Or maybe I'll, I think I'm going to stencil this a little bit. And then I'm going to put the lines on the other one. Okay. So pretty much whenever I'm doing my stenciling, here I'm going to move this up here. I pretty much like to use my vintage photo just because, move that glue out of the way, everything kind of organized. I think I like to use my vintage photo just because I like a lighter look, you know, so that you can kind of, and on this one I think I'm going to do mainly the corners. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to. I like to do this one because there's, you know, it's a closer together. I don't like to do the whole thing. So and I'll take that and just go in here. Yeah, see, I'm just doing the corners on that a little bit, and so that just gives it a little decoration, and it's nothing, you know, big. Or on this side, I love this paper, but I'm gonna go ahead on that one. I think I'm gonna put some lines on it. So I will take my cardboard and I just take this and go back and forth, and I don't do it perfectly because I don't want it to be perfect, and go back and forth just maybe 1 or 2 times. And I will take this, and hopefully it's still pretty flat, and kind of sort of put it in the middle, and then just kind of go across it. Like I said, it's not going to turn out perfect, and that's what you want. So there we go, and it gives that look, and I love it. I love that look. And I know it doesn't go all the way across, but that's okay with me. I could get a bigger one and do it, but I kind of don't want it. I want it to be faded on the edges, so I like that. I am going to do stuff to these bags, but I haven't 100% decided what I'm going to do, so I'm going to wait. So we did that and that. Okay, this. And this has this very burnt edge, and I actually like it in this journal. I have like a stack of my coffee dyed papers, and the ones that are when I cook them in the oven, the ones that are at the bottom of the pan, or a lot of the ones that are more grungy and stuff like. I love this. I love it. But you know, if I try and reproduce, it won't happen necessarily. I can't do it on purpose. Let's just put it that way. But I still want to put something here, and I just feel like, I don't know if I should put lines there. I don't want to put lines here because I've got them here. I think I will. I'll put some lines there too. And this is just so the other pages, I don't accidentally get those. So we're going to do with her. And I did ink up my vintage photo before I do this because it does need to be. And like I said, I do have a brown ink pad somewhere, but I don't know. I'm not going to get. I like the vintage photo because it's not a super, you know, dark look. Okay, so we're going to do that again. And I mainly try and concentrate on the middle because I really do like the edges to be a little bit more faded out. So yeah, see, that one turned out a little bit darker. I think I put a little bit more ink on it, but that's okay. It goes with that. I'm good with that. This side, I think I'm gonna do. Do I want to do a stamp? No, I think I'm gonna do some stenciling. Is what I'll do. So. And then I'll probably do a stamp on this. let's see what I'm gonna do here. I really would like to try something else. I thought I had, let me look over here for a second and see what I have in my stash. I do have this one, but that, I don't know if I want it that thick on there. Let's see how this looks. This is a paper doily thing that I have, and I use it a lot for stenciling because I really like it. So let me try that. I'm going to try that. Now the trick on this is to try not to go on the outer edge too much. You want to go on the inner part. And like I said, I'm not trying to make it perfect. This is probably where I have a smaller one that I would use. I have one about this. I bought a set, and I think I paid $6 for the whole set. And it had like, gosh, 11 of these in there. I got it off of Amazon, and look on there. It took forever because I'm sure it came from China. But I have a lot of different sizes, and the other sizes do come in handy because, you know, it's a little bit easier to maneuver. Put a little bit more right here where I did it really dark in that one section. I didn't really mean to, but that's okay. It'll still turn out. Okay, all right. So that's how that turned out. See, that's cool, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. I think that turned out good. All right, so those 2 pages are done. And I think I want to do a stamp over here. And then I don't know if I'm going to put anything on this side. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I want to put the stamp. Well, I think I want to put it on this side. Looks kind of plain. Okay, so let me move these out of the way because they're going to all get confused. All right, I don't want a big stamp, I don't think. I know this is weird, but I try really hard not to use the same stamp twice in a journal just because, I don't know, just I want it to have some interest. I don't know, I've got a butterfly. Let's see what else I have. Got this cool little bird up here. Got that butterfly. Let's see what other ones I have. I don't normally use my script stamps or anything. Oh, I know. I'm going to use this one, I think. I love that stamp, so let me try that. It's kind of stuck in there. Let me try that. Get that off of that block. I have a little pile usually that I put all my stamps that I'm using. Yep, here we go. Put that in there. Get these up here. That way, when I'm done, I just clean them all off and put them up. But let's see. Where'd my block go? Is that big enough? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, this one, I don't know. I did it with the brown, but well, since I already did it, I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I know why the other one. I used walnut stain on that one. I didn't use my vintage photo. Okay. Let me see. Maybe I'll do walnut stain on top of it. Okay. Since it's a little bit darker. All right. Oop, where did my thing go that I was going to use? Where's my line thing go? I've got so much stuff sitting out. I thought I had left it out. This is going to dry by the time I get around to finding it. Oh, come on. Got too many things sitting all around. Where did it go? Well, I'll deal with that later. I'll put this under there for now. This will work. But I do need to find it. Okay. Did I decide I'm going to do this side or that side? I think I'm going to do this side. All right. Let's see. And the scary part about doing this after your book's together is if you mess it up, you know, well, you mess it up, okay, because you can't really take it out. Oh, that looks pretty good, except again, we've got another little line. The little line showed up in there. Oh, I guess they're on the stamp. Oh, it has like some little words. That's what it is. So it's not a mess up. It actually stamped pretty good. Okay. What I was looking for is my little line stamp piece of cardboard, and I don't know what I did with it. I have a huge mess here. But anyway, so that's done. Okay, I'm not going to do anything to this again, because see, isn't that pretty? That's the other half of that one paper. Love it. I'm saying I get papers like that every now and then, but if I try and go back and do it like that, I can never make it work. So I'm going to probably leave that. Like I said, I have something planned for these, but I'm not going to do it right now. These already have pockets. This has nothing, and I'm going to, you guessed it, probably put some vellum. But I'm going to do a crisscross thing here, so we'll do that. Let me see how we're doing on time. Where'd the top to that go? Okay, yeah, we have enough time to do that. Let me get my papers down real quick again so I can sort through those. I don't know. I kind of want to do a paper like this or that. Maybe this. I don't know. I love using the dictionary page and stuff like that, but it's just, mine is so brittle. So I love these, but all right, let me look and see how this looks, and then I think on this one I may do like this. Like maybe up about this high. I don't know, maybe going this way would look better. So this will come down here. And then I'm going to put another one a little bit lower there. So I'm going to do that. So we're going to go, where'd my tear ruler go? I'm going to go about right there to there, so that means I have to, oh, that's curled under, that doesn't help. Okay, let's try this again. All right. Gonna go back right there. It's a little higher than I wanted, but I can definitely cut it. Or I can go like that, or I can go like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so let me fold it where I want it. I kind of want it over here more. Kind of talking to myself. Anyway, let's see if I tear that. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so let me ink this up a little bit more. So anyway, this is my process. I'll go through page after page and kind of decide what I want. And just add things to it as I go. I like that better. See, I like this flower side better. If I do it that way, you can kind of sort of see it. And then I was going to put another one going this way. Yeah, I think I'll do it that way. Keep changing my mind. And another advantage, if you wanted to sew this, you know, obviously you can't when it's already in the book, but I don't know. I haven't had that great of luck sewing my vellum, especially when this is coffee dyed already, which makes it kind of brittle. So I usually don't end up sewing it anyway. Okay. I'm going to have to make that just a tiny bit smaller, shorter. Whatever. And put that right there. Make sure that gets down good, because it's a little bumpy, so I got to make sure it kind of makes contact all the way down. It usually stays on pretty good, so this bottom piece is a little bumpy, so I got to watch that. And it's kind of moving on me, so come on, you can do it. Oops, I'm getting glue. I usually put a piece of paper behind me when I do that too. There we go. That's not on real good, but we'll get it on there. Okay, so that's better. So that's on there. And then I think I'm going to take one of these pieces and put it across there. Now this is just paper that's made to look old, so but I do like it. Let's see. I'll do that. So I want to tear this first, and then I go. Let's see. I don't know how big I'm gonna. I don't want it to go up too high. All right, let me try this real quick. Okay, so I can try that. I really don't want it too high. I want it more about right here. Probably about right there. So I'm just going to kind of tear this. And then, yeah, that didn't tear quite the way I wanted it to. So I'm doing it the wrong way. Pull that piece off of there. And I want it raggedy, and you know, this probably could do better down here. It's not torn. How deep, how far down do I want that? Probably about right. Okay. And I don't care that it's perfectly straight, but I need it somewhat straight, so So I think I'm going to put that there. Or is that too high? Maybe it's still too high. It's not really covering anything but this bottom part, so I may just go ahead and put it there. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it there. I think that'll be fine. Go back a little bit more. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's perfect. That'll work. Okay. We will do that. Anyway, so basically I just kind of go through my journal and find things that I want to put in there. I actually want that over here a little bit more. Yeah, kind of like that. I don't necessarily want it right to the edge, but I really didn't want all that much glue, so let me get my wipe out and get that. Okay, so that will work. It'll be perfect. So I like that. I think that turned out good. And pretty much, I just skip through and kind of do the same thing. So we'll make it into our next signature next time. So we've done a few little things here and there. You know, I am going to do something with these, but that's for another video. We did that. We did our little lines. Like I said, I will be doing something to the outside of these bags, but we'll do that in another video. I didn't do anything here. Okay, maybe I'll add a stamp to this. Which side? Alright, I think what I'll do is I am going to add one, but I think it's going to be on this side because we've got a lot of nothing going on here. Alright, let me think what I'm going to add. How about, let's see here. Move all these papers out of the way. I have, let's see here. I think I'm going to put another, I don't know if that dragonfly is too big. No, I think it'll be alright. Why don't I do that? I want to put a dragonfly up there. Oh, you know what? I haven't done a butterfly yet. Maybe I'll do that. Or a bird. I'm going to do this bird because I really don't want anything too big up there. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do it in the Archival Ink watering can. So, alright, let's see, that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to do it just kind of right in this corner. Let's see, how do we want this bird to go? I think right there. Alright, that turned out perfect. I like that. Perfect. Okay. I could put something right down there too. Do you want to live dangerously and put something over there? How about a feather? Why don't we do a feather? I'm going to do this feather. I think that'd be kind of cool. And I'm going to do the same thing. Like I said, I just love this color. I don't even know if they have it out there anymore because I looked for it before and I couldn't find it. But I just like it because it's just not as stark as the black. well, that turned out good. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of how I decorate after I've put my book together. Like I said, it's a little bit more difficult than when it's apart, but there are pluses and minuses to both. I mean, like I said, it's easier for me to visualize it after I get my papers in there. And, you know, like I said, I've done it both ways. It really depends on, you'll figure out how you like it better. But so we did that. We did a little bit of that. We did that. Let's see, what else did we do? You know, we did this page where we did the corners and that. I had done that before. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much how I do it. We're getting ready to go into the second signature, so we will see you again next time. So, you know, if you've enjoyed this and you want to see more, just leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to see, that kind of thing, and subscribe. I do my giveaways to my subscribers, and I am going to start just doing giveaways randomly rather than having a set date and time. And it's going to be just whenever. So that's how I'm going to just do it. And I think what I'm going to do is, as far as doing randomly, just pick days randomly. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just giving giveaways out just at random times rather than, you know, on a set day every time, because, you know, I don't want to just have a bunch of people on Thursday night or Friday doing a bunch of comments. I want people to watch because they want to watch, and comment because they want to comment. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do, that, and subscribe because they want to subscribe, not because they're going to get something. And so I think I'm going to do it that way. And what I'm not positive yet how I'm going to do this. I think what I may do is just start picking people that are, you know, that subscribe and interact, and just go and pick different people that do that pretty frequently rather than do it randomly from a drawing, because I think that rewards the people that have been watching and are interacting and that type of thing. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I haven't 100% made up my mind. I probably will just as frequently give away things, and I don't know yet. I'm kind of thinking I may just give away more stuff, you know, and do it like once or twice a month rather than every week. So I haven't totally worked it out in my head, but I am going to be doing that. So I do want to thank the people who make comments all the time and interact and all that. I really appreciate it. It lets me know what you like or you don't like, or, you know, and some people have really had some very interesting comments that they've made, and I've learned a lot from them, because they have done a lot of things and have maybe done it differently, or, you know, or things that they've done with different products, or, you know, or done things a different way. And I find it very interesting, and, you know, because I am not an expert at anything. I'm kind of winging it. I'm sure y'all have figured that out. So any information you can give me is great. I appreciate it. Anyway, you guys take care. I will see you in the next video. I think I'm just going to keep doing a little bit of this series. I might put in a few videos in between. I do know that for myself, when I was starting out, I really needed to see people go through the process a little bit, just to get an idea of what they do and how they do it, because I was a bit overwhelmed. you know, and this way you can kind of get an idea. And I think it's good too that people see the mistakes, because a lot of those mistakes I end up fixing, and I think in the long run, a lot of times it makes it look better. Okay, like this was a mistake. Like I said, the journal turned out about 1 inch, you know, smaller overall than I wanted it to be, because I was measuring, because I really wanted to use the Edith Holden pages whole. This was all about putting the Edith Holden pages in there. Okay, so, and I don't know what happened. I cut it down a little bit smaller than I should have. Like I said, this was done with the packaging, and I had plenty of it. I could have done it right, but I guess I was in a hurry because I was doing, you know, I didn't link that video last time. I need to do that. Or did I? Well, anyway. But when I did these, and I will link the video of when I made the cover, you know, I was in a hurry and I thought I had measured it right. But honestly, I love how this looks over here. I really do, for this, for what this journal is going to be, and what I'm going to add to it later over here. It's going to be perfect. So to me, it's a plus. So a lot of times when you make a mistake, fixing it can cause you to think outside the box and do things, and, you know, really expand things and make them, you know, different. So, you know, and it can turn out to be a plus, is what I'm trying to say, in a long-winded way. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna see you again next time, and we will continue to work in our journal. And I don't know what we'll be doing next time. Next time maybe we'll be making a few things to go in it that I did not do, that I feel like I need, and adding, you know, filling it, that type of thing. But anyway, we'll probably have a part 3. So hope to see you guys soon. Take care.